Hi everybody, I'm Honda Pro Jason, and I'm here at Honda's Collection Hall, or their secret museum. I'm going to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at this museum that is just, I can't even explain how unbelievable this thing is. Wait until you see all the cool stuff. So we're going to start where it all began with Honda, with the very first 1970 N600. First Honda sold in the US, sticker price $1,395. You can't even get a motorcycle for that right now, and you got a full car back then. So we are going to go quickly. There is so much to see, and I'm going to show you guys as much as I possibly can. I'm even going to try to open up some of the doors, so shh, come on. Okay, let's take a look here. As we go, we're going to be getting older and older. We have a 71 Z600. We have a 75 Civic hatch. Look at this thing. Look at the paint. Come closer. Look at the paint on this thing. It's like brand new. Let's see if the doors are open. Now, I haven't really asked if I could open the doors yet, so we'll see what happens here. The doors are open. If that door's open, you have to get a shot inside this car. Wow. This is, and can I tell you what this smells like? It smells like Honda. Like it smells like an old Honda. This is a beautiful AM radio. I don't think this model came with XM, and I don't see any USB or HDMI ports. So let's continue. Okay, moving right along. I don't know if I could just stop smiling here for a second. This is a beautiful, beautiful 81 Civic wagon. It's awesome. All these cars are just in the top pristine condition. They are not all new. Some of them, in fact, I have some concepts I'm going to show you that have never been driven. But a lot of these cars aren't new. They've just been very, very well restored. Let's continue on what's going on here. Another beautiful, just show just the inside, just the tweed in this. You can come around this side and show it. It's just awesome. And you see these, you see some of these in pictures, and you're like, oh wow, that looks really neat. I wonder what it looks like in real life. It looks, and it smells like brand new. Wow. Can you take a look at the back here? I've never seen this before. See where the seat belts are mounted? I mean, they actually have a spot and holders for them to keep them out of the way, so that seat, that rear seat, folds right down, I'm sure. Wow. This is just really, really an incredible sight. I remember this car. I used to have this car, this exact car, in this color, not nearly in this condition. This is awesome. So the sunroof in these popped up and came out. And the back seat, a lot of people don't know this, the back seat in the car actually moves forward and backward. So just like the front seats, you had a couple positions that you could move, and there was a little lever in there. I used to really freak people out when I drove the car. It's pretty neat for them to see that. And if you just spin around slowly, we have another Civic, a 1991. Again, just in great condition. And right at the end of all the Civics, perfectly placed, is a red S2000. Because that's why, because it's red and it's awesome. Let's continue on. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are huge Prelude fans. So before I show you all the incredible race cars, let me show you a couple of gens of Prelude. We're going to start here with the 79. Again, unbelievable condition. The car looks awesome. Let's see if we can get a shot inside this too. Oh, come on over here. Look at this. Talk about detail. That's some detail. And if you guys have noticed and watch any of my shows and watch any of my tips, I've said something for years and years now. It's that the H on the wheel lines up perfectly with the valve stem. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see how true this is. There's the H on the wheel. There's the valve stem. Let's take a look at this S2000. H on the wheel. There's the valve stem. I could go on for days and hours because every one of these cars I'm looking at, everyone matches up. So let's continue. Let's go a little forward in the Prelude history here. And we have a 83 Prelude. Again, beautiful inside. I remember this car very, very well. Let's take a look. Let's take around the other side here. Sorry, guys, this is my first run through, and if I feel like I'm geeking out, it's because I'm geeking out. I'm here at, wait, turn around just for a minute and back up. Look at this. This is a mock-up version of Honda's original store in California. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, let's see if we can get a shot of the inside of this Prelude here, because again, you can come on this side. Wow. It's just, I mean, radio? Who needs a radio when you have an 83 Prelude? This is just awesome. I mean, insane how cool this stuff is. And it's the things here. Look at this. Air vents that keep the windows defrosted. I mean, you don't see this kind of stuff anymore. It's really, really, really cool. And again, you can't smell the inside of the cars. They smell awesome. You can't shut these doors, but they shut they shut differently than the new cars for sure. You can definitely feel it. And one of my favorite years for the Prelude, the favorite body styles for the Prelude. This one happens to be a 4WS, four-wheel steer. Now, a lot of people for some reason have been talking about Preludes being the very first four-wheel drive car. It's not the four-wheel drive car. It was actually the very first four-wheel steer car. So just like the front wheels, the rear wheels would pivot in and out to help mostly with parking, but a little bit with handling also. And this is just, I mean, just awesome. So let's come back around. You know what? Let's jump to the track cars. Let's just jump right to the track cars. I have said before, and I want to apologize for all the people that are huge, huge race fans. I don't know enough about racing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to have a panoramic shot going all the way across of all the race cars, and I'm going to put some information down on them. If you guys want to add in the comments whose car they were or what race they won, because I do want to learn more about it. I don't know enough now. So can you see both the top and bottom cars from where you are? If you can, just slowly walk to your side all the way across, covering all the cars. And these are not like fake mock-ups of cars. These are the original cars. These inside, come inside. This is all, here you go, world's fastest Honda Civic, 146 miles an hour, Atlanta. This is it. This is the car that did it. And if you turn around, the same thing with these. This is the car. I mean, this is the rubber that hit the track. I mean, these are. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm actually here touching this. It's just, it's mind blowing. Come around. Let's just carefully come around this big old Honda race engine that's right here, and we'll just continue our walk down. And unlike all the showroom cars, some of these track cars have not been detailed. So this grime and road grime, and I'm guessing most of it's rubber from other cars, is still on this XM car here. It's just, it's awesome. And continuing on, I do know real-time racing very well. They got a couple of their cars here. And at the end here, we have a couple of very original looking CRXs. So for CRX fans, this is where it's at for sure. 1985, first gasoline engine in the US to achieve 51 miles per gallon. We don't have cars now that can reach 51 miles per gallon. And this puppy did it back then. It was a sports car, it's an SI. And again, the interior is just, come around to the side here, it's magnificent. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Looks like this one came with an equalizer, and it's awesome. Let's see what else we could find here, shall we? And again, all these cars are just perfectly maintained. They're gorgeous looking. Another CRX, 1988 SI this time. And just, if I was to miss one car, if Honda's like, hey Jason, there's one car we want to bring back from the old and bring to the new, it'd be the CRX for sure. I mean, it's such an iconic, fun little car. And it's really kind of stood the test of time because this brand new, I change a couple of things and you could sell it, and you really could. And the Mugen CRX. This thing is just the stuff I've read and the things that I've heard about this car makes this car part of Honda's history, and in a huge, huge way. Let's take a look, because you guys have seen pictures of this car, but I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of this car. And it's awesome. I mean, it's really, really cool. Let me see here. Wow. I'm sitting in it. I'm not sure if, no, I'm sure the odometer is not right because it says 1,147 miles on it. This is just awesome. I know some people that know this car very well, very, very well. And they're very impressed with him here, as I am. Wow. This is just crazy. Okay, let's get back to the showroom cars. Let's get back to the cars that you could at one time go into a Honda dealership, give them some cash, and drive this car off the lot. Here we go. How about 2004 Acura NSX? Yeah, there was a time that you could just go into a dealership and take one of these off the lot. Of course, this is the last one you could take off the lot until the new one's coming out. And again, a perfect specimen of a car. It's just gorgeous. And if I had a Wayback Machine, you know what car I'd go back and probably buy? This one, in yellow, of course, Integra Type R. What an iconic, awesome car. And this was the Type R that people are waiting for. And the Type R that some of us, me, think we're going to get back in the States. Not in Integra form, but in Civic form. So we're going to see how that pans out. Let's continue on as we see the Acura Legend Coupe, 1991, beautiful, beautiful. And in a coupe, there weren't a lot of coupes. Most of everything was made four-door. And if you want to learn some more about this car, my friends at To The Red Line did an amazing review, a drive and everything in the car, showing a bunch of tips and tricks. But again, the smell. Oh, let's take a look here. What is this thing with the metal in it? Oh, I think they used to call those ashtrays, if I'm not mistaken. And remember when cars came with cigarette lighters? Yeah, kind of crazy. Wow. Again, beautiful and smells awesome. And these seats are just they're uber comfortable. I mean, I forget how nice these cars were back then. They're gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Let's continue on. Let's see what else we could find here. 91 Integra. The TEG, as people say. This is, and again, beautiful. Just awesome. God, I don't even know what to say. I know the camera can't go, but I'm gonna take a look for you guys real quick and let you know that, I don't know if you can see down there, the underside is as clean as the outside. It really is. I mean, there's not a drop of, not even a drop of, like some dirt on the ground here a little bit, but this is, I mean, I'm looking under all of them. They're really, really clean. You know what? These cars belong in a museum. Oh, they're in a museum. Come on, let's see what else we got. 87 Legend Coupe, my God. A dream car. This was always a dream car for me. I mean, it was the ultimate status symbol of the time. And what a gorgeous, gorgeous car. And the windows have it looks like the windows have like a little bit of a gold tint, but look at how big these windows are. I mean, now car windows are so small. This is just massively huge. And it looks like there's some sort of, I gotta find out what that is. Looks like a little hidden compartment or something. Maybe before pass-throughs, they made a little hidden compartment back there. Make sure I research that later. This is just, I mean, another Integra. '86 Integra. I know some people out in Washington that are huge into Integras, so this one's really, really going to impress you. First, this obviously is the first Acura sold in America. This one is in just really, really good shape. It really is. It's just an outstanding specimen of a Integra. And again, smells awesome. Who remembers equalizers? This is a way back, which is just great. Wow. It's awesome. Just an awesome, awesome, awesome car. Okay. This is the first car brought to America under Acura. This is, and you can see it here, this is, come on in, this isn't the first, this is the very first car sold by the newly formed Acura division. '86 Legend. And if anyone knows anything about the Legend, the Legend was the creme de la creme. I mean, this was the car that when it came, people were like, wow, this is something I dream for and just want. This car here is special. This car here has been completely restored. It just came from Detroit. If you guys saw pictures of Ludacris at the Detroit Auto Show, it was a private event for Acura, he has pictures next to this car. It is just an amazing, amazing specimen of an NSX. The side is beautiful. Leather has all been redone. The engine's all been redone. Everything's been brought back to Acura Honda specifications. I mean, it looks like it just came off the showroom floor. I mean, it really, really does. It's beautiful. Now I'm going to show you guys some things that you've probably never, ever seen. These are concept cars. These are cars that Honda made to test different ideas, to bring the car shows, to do different things with them. So come on, let's see what we can find and which ones you might have seen before. Who remembers the Peanut? The Peanut is, I don't even know what to say. It's a center drive vehicle with 2 bucket seats in the back. You probably see a little bit more through one of these massive windows. This is the real definition of a concept car. And I don't know if this is done on purpose, but if you back up here, you can see these headlights are actually in the shape of an H for Honda, which I think is really cool. This is the Honda Sprocket. This was, I don't even know what to say. I've read and looked at this car so much over the years. It's a car and a truck and everything built together. If you look back here, this has got a little truck bed back here. It's really, really a unique vehicle and I think something that would sell really well in today's market. I mean, people are looking for the best of both worlds and the utility of everything. This would be the utility of everything. I really, really think so. Strange though, look where the gas door is. A lot of Hondas, the gas door is on the driver's side. This concept happens to have it on the passenger side. As we flip around, we see what looks like an Acura CL. It's because it's the concept of the CL. I think this was the CLX concept. Let me look. Yeah, CLX concept, there you go. Honda Pro, and now you're in the know. CLX concept, it looks very much like the Acura CL. The inside though is, I don't know if you can get it with the glare there, that dashboard and that layout, everything is driver. Everything is just towards the driver. It's really, really cool. Now I showed you guys the original Insight, but I'm going to show you the original Insight. Come check this thing out. Now it may look like a CRZ, but this is actually the GRX concept vehicle. Take a look around this thing. It is awesome looking. What's strange to me, and I saw this a little earlier, is this door handle. You need all these 3 buttons for. You got door open, you got door lock, and you got door unlock, and then you got, turbo. Turbo button, of course, is on the outside. But take a good look at this car. It's an amazing, amazing looking vehicle, and this turned into the Insight that we saw. This It's FC Sport. I've seen tons of pictures of this thing, and I wish I could get a better angle of the back of it. See what you can do here a little bit, because the back of this thing is so unique. I'll try to take some still shots and show you guys. It's really, really a unique and different look. And it's powered by, I have no idea what this engine is in here or what this engine could be. I'm going to do some more research and find this out, because it looks like two turbojets. And just a little, I'm sorry, one more time. Just the little details. And there's a lot that goes into a concept. And to do something like this is just awesome. Okay, so we covered the concepts. We covered the race cars. We covered the Civics. We covered the NSXs and the Acuras. Let's do some alternative fuel cars, shall we? Come on, let's see what we got here. We'll start at the end, because that's where we are. FCX Clarity. I had the unique opportunity. See, I'm from Illinois. We don't have Clarities. They don't sell Clarities. It's a West Coast and I believe a New York thing also. So for us, this is a rare opportunity to see one. I was able to sit in one earlier, and I have video of how the dash lights up that I'm going to show you guys. I was blown away. I think I lit the dash up like 6 times. Everyone's just laughing at me. Let's go to where it all began. The EV, the first Honda EV. And this thing is just, and it's open. This is just so cool. If you guys don't know, EV, it's an electric vehicle. And the inside of it looks exactly like a Civic. And there's no distinguishing between this and the Civic. It looks just like it. But the outside obviously looks much, much different. Powered by electricity. This car uses 0 gas. If you come around to the side, our fuel cell vehicle. And both of these, the Clarity, the EV, and the fuel cell, these were all sold. You could buy all these cars in California way back when. The Insight. This car held, and I believe still holds, the record for the highest gas mileage of any production car ever. And this was in 2000. I love these cars. I always see these cars on the road. In fact, there's one right by me in that lime green color, which is cool. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's an Insight cut model. I guess it's for easy access, so if you want to get in, not worry about it, you can just kind of sit here and chill out. Hey, Mom, what's happening? This is cool. The whole thing's cut all the way up the middle. And obviously, you guys can see that, but all the way to the back. And the inside, everything looks functional. I wouldn't be surprised if, let me take a look before I say something silly. No, I wouldn't be surprised if this car still ran and they could drive it around. How would you guys like to see this thing driving around the street? That's kind of crazy, but it's great because you can see a cutout of the battery and the inverters in the back, which is really, really cool. Something that you probably couldn't see unless you ripped the whole car apart. Do we have any Fast and Furious fans out here? This is, and I am sure of it, the original car. So this is the winner of the Civic Challenge competition. It's 2000 SI, and it stands out a little bit in with the other cars. It's the only, minus the race cars, it's the only modified car here. And I'm going to see if it's open. You have to check out the NOS bottle in the back. You have to check out those Momo seats that are just epic. Yeah, this is cool. This is really, really cool. And again, I think, minus the race cars, this is the only modified vehicle in the whole place. Okay, what's left? What's left? What's left? We've covered pretty much everything in this museum. And again, this museum is not open to the public. I cannot disclose where it is. In fact, the guy that brought me here blindfolded me. No joke. So I don't even know where this place is. And I think we're done. Let's come up to the front here and let's just do kind of a panoramic view of the whole place. So if you could just start from here. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the engines, but they have engines and they're cross-sectioned out so you guys can see them. Just kind of pan around the engines here. Most of these engines, I believe, are the same engines that are brought to the auto shows so people can see them and check them out. And if there's any old school friends, I have many, many old school friends, check this thing out. 1964 E40 generator. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are going to geek out over that and think it's super cool because it is super cool. Here we have a couple outboard boat motors. This is cool. I have this Hot Wheel. I have this exact Hot Wheel sitting on my desk at my house. It's so cool. This is like obviously a much bigger version of what I have. That's cool. Okay, so just looking around here, this is Honda's collection hall. People call it the secret museum. I hope that I've shown you guys some things that you've never ever seen before. I hope I didn't go too fast. I hope I showed you guys everything I didn't actually. I forgot something. Follow me this way. I'm glad I double checked this because I'm super geeked out. Like, I think I slept for like 3 hours last night. I think we missed the original Accords, if I'm not mistaken. We did. We skipped right by all the original Accords. I'm glad I looked at this. 1976 Accord. A lot of people mistake this for the Civic because the size is close. But CVCC, and you know what? I've never sat in one of these either, so I'm going to take a quick seat and see. Oh. See, this is the reason why we all love Honda. I mean, this is what Honda came out with, and it's just awesome. It's amazing. Everything. Look at this quartz clock. I would love to see them come back with those. That is such a cool item. And of course, a cassette player and all the other niceties that you need when you're driving down the road. God, this is just amazing. Okay, so we do have more Accords, and I do apologize for all the Accord lovers out there because I missed some of the Accords, so I will go through them now for you. 1983 Accord LX, 4-door, and this is really, I think, where the Accords started getting a little bit bigger. This is the first Japanese car to ever be built in America. And now we know that most of all Hondas are built here in the States, which is just awesome. This was, for me, the car that started everything. This was the very first car my parents bought brand new. They bought a 1987 Honda Accord LXi. This is not an LXi. This looks like it's an LX. Pop-up headlights just like theirs. And what year is this one? This is an 86. Looks the same as my parents. This car made me fall in love with Honda. And it's just, it looks exactly the same. I mean, it really does. And it brings back so many fond memories. I went to all my proms in this car. I went everywhere in this car. And this was the car for the time. And it smells the same. I don't know if you guys have seen this in a while. This is how you put the antenna up and down. It was actually powered, which is so very cool. Wow. This, I'm really blown away because, again, this is the car that started my love for Honda. And if it wasn't for this car, I wouldn't be here bringing all this stuff to you right now. 1991 Accord wagon. I miss the wagons. I do. They're so functional and so much fun and so much room inside. Let's see if this is, oh yeah. This is just, I mean, this is awesome. These seats go down. I mean, it's no magic seat, but it's halfway there. Let's see what else we got here. Wow. My first car, not my family's first car. My first car, 1994 Accord EXL. I had a coupe. I had it in green. I had a 5-speed. This was the car. I have to jump in the front seat. I haven't been in the front seat of my old car in forever. And this is the car that I first started modifying. This is the car that my very first new car. And I had, if some of you remember, I had the radio. Honda used to have a cellular radio that could go in here. It actually went on top and the radio went on the bottom, had the buttons on it. Then in the center was the handset. And back then, man, it wasn't cheap. The service wasn't cheap. I had bills that were like over $1,000, but it was so worth it because I had a car. I had a phone in my car. In my car. This is, oh man. This is nice. This definitely brings back some memories of the 189,000 miles I put on mine before I finally sold it. How very awesome. Okay, so now I know I didn't forget anything. I showed you guys every single car. I opened up every single car, and I hope that there was something in this that really made you say, wow, like I've never seen that before. So I'm still blown away. I'm gonna hang out here and take some more still pictures, hopefully to show you guys. And this is it. I mean, this is Honda's secret museum. I'm the Honda Pro, and now you're in the know. You guys know this one well, I'm sure. This is technical difficulties, folks. Now, I showed you guys the Insight, but some of you, now to the untrained eye, this may look like a CRZ. It's actually the CRX. GRX. Let me try this one more time. Let me start all over one more time.